Greetings once again, mages. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with another chapter of Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, where previously Natsu found himself going up against several members of Fire and Flame. Brian and his weird hand and hat mouths, Raj with the ability to produce flaming illusions, although Natsu, after spending a little time getting thrown around by them, was able to understand their movements and get the better of them. That was up until he met Lekka, who was able to use an ability that we had seen Gray use in Natsu's body, Flame Mate. And while you would think Natsu would have no trouble against weapons made of flames, there was something about the property of Lekka's flames that made Natsu unable to consume them. This allowed Lekka to get the better of Natsu, and Brian ended up consuming Natsu, although he wasn't devoured, simply stored apparently, so that they could escort him to their master, Ignia. Lekka then ordered Raj to go after the other members of Fairy Tale, although one member would be left for someone special. Urza would face the second in command of Fire and Flame, Wed. And it almost sounds as though Wed has a personal grudge against Urza. Many of Urza's foes have either become allies or have ended up 6 feet under. So who could this Wed be? Or is it simply someone who has heard the tales of Urza, Titania, and simply wishes to face her? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 159, Fire Illusion Reveals. And a cover page of Flare playing with a Lucy doll. I always wonder about Flare's weird obsession with Lucy. I will admit, I do kind of miss her and their interesting interactions. Alright, we pick up with Urza being confronted by Wed, a Fire and Flame, stoic man standing head to toe in armor. Urza eyes him up and down and asks, "Can I help you?" Wed goes for his sword, and a commotion kicks up amongst the populace as Urza panics a bit, questioning, "We're in town. Have you lost your mind?" Wed unsheaths his sword, which is engulfed in flames. Urza states a flame sword. And without a word, Wed rushes forward towards her. Urza then uses her requip, saying, "I don't know who you are, but if you've drawn your sword, you must be prepared to be cut down." And Urza equips her signature Heartskreutz armor. Something I feel we don't normally see her fight in too often, because it's usually what we see her initially in. The two clash swords, showing an even amount of strength. The townspeople run for safety as Wed strings his sword again, and he and Urza clash over and over, neither yielding to the other's power. But Urza's sword, it breaks and snaps right in half. Urza is shocked as she bounds backward to get out of Wed's range. As she lands, she uses requip, summoning her Fire Empress armor. I love it when we see some of the classic armors, although, let's be honest, most times, 9 times out of 10, a lot of her armors just end up getting destroyed. But Wed is undaunted as he rushes forward, going for a stabbing motion. Urza summons 2 swords and once again clashes with Wed. Again and again they strike out at each other. Suddenly, Wed goes for Urza's neck. But Urza manages to block using both of her swords at the same time. I'm actually loving the combat in this one. You don't really get to see Urza just going at it in a straight up sword fight too often. But the strike from Wed's sword sends a wave of fire that engulfs the boat behind Urza. But Urza still stands her ground undaunted, questioning, "Who are you?" Wed simply says, "You're as skilled with a sword as your reputation suggests. No wonder you're number 1 with a sword in Ishgal." Urza says, "No, there are plenty of people in Ishgal on my level." Wed then states, "My name is Wed, number 1 with a sword in Giltina." Alright, reppin' their countries. Urza gives a look of disinterest, questioning, "You seem quite confident in your skills. What business do you have with me?" Wed presents his sword, saying, "Isn't it obvious? Determining which of us is stronger." Urza tells him, "Sorry, but I'm not interested." Wed questions, "Those are the words of one who wields a blade?" Urza tells him, "My sword isn't for being the best. I wield it to protect my friends." Urza Scarlet, she fights for her friend. Wed tells her, "I see. That's a fine stance to take. But battle can come when you least expect it, and you can't escape it. All things considered, I kind of expected him to kind of mock her for that statement, but he's just like, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's like, what an amicable guy. Fire then starts to spew forth yet again from Wed's sword. Urza tells Wed, I have no intention of running, or of letting you escape either. I have no interest in seeing which of us is stronger. He then bares her sword at Wed, saying, but when someone picks a fight with me, I don't back down. Yeah, boy. Now that's the Urza we know and love, complete with that sexy silhouette. Damn. Of course, we weren't gonna stick with that. We pick up at B-cock. Mashima, what the hell, dude? Just to have those words spelled out. The rest of Team Natsu is still at the bar, with Grace saying to the bartender, if you know where the Fire God's castle is, please tell us. With Lucy adding, we need to go there. The bartender kind of sighs a bit, saying, you must be out of your mind. Carla peeks over the bar, saying, just tell us. Although Happy is visibly worried, saying, hey, Natsu still isn't back. Wendy questions, where did he go? And she seems to notice something. Happy turns to her, questioning, what's wrong, Wendy? And Wendy seems to have caught a whiff of something, saying to the others, I smell some sort of fire, like a building burning. Gray questions, is it Natsu? Wendy goes dashing towards the door, saying, no, this is. And as Lucy calls out to her, Wendy stands in shock as she finds herself, in a forest. Raj's abilities. Wait a minute. As she looks around, she questions, what's going on? Where am I? And then she comes to the grave of Sakura Glory? Is she in Rave Master? Wait a minute. She turns back to the grave. She says, where's the saloon? And everyone else? As she runs through the town, someone laughs, going, there's nobody here. Oh God. She turns to face Nakajima. She's trapped in the world of Rave Master. Wendy's freaked out, saying, a talkie flower? Is it a flower? Lucy then finds herself somewhere else as well, questioning, what's going on? Where'd everybody go? As she finds herself just floating in midair. She looks down, panicking, saying, wait, I'm floating? And a voice calls out, 'cause we're up above the sky. As Griff comes just jiggling towards her, saying, goodness, what a beautiful young lady. Would you play a cuddle game with me? And Lucy freaks out, saying, talking jello? Okay. What a weird thing to have happen. I think we see everyone engulfed in the flames. So do the flames not burn them? As we see Raj on top of the bar, laughing. They have no idea that these are illusions I made with my flame. We have Wendy facing off with a Nakajima who seems to be making some very inappropriate hand motions, and Lucy running away from Griff, who's trying to get handsy as well. Oh, Ross says, they're characters from my favorite manga series. Really? Okay, who else is gonna show up? As he laughs and says, Nakajima and Griff, and best of all, Gray finds himself in a frozen area, saying, what's this place? It's freezing. No way. An unknown figure says, this is the demon world. And as Gray turns, he finds himself face to face with Hien from Dead Rock. Oh my God. As Hien tells him, the freezing demon world. Yeah, this is where Hien is from. The fort is in the background and everything. Though I'm not necessarily against this. Raj already felt like a bit of a joke character to begin with. I really wonder how they're gonna adapt this. Because Hien of all characters. I mean, Griff and Nakajima, they're one thing. They've had weird appearances in Fairy Tail before. But Hien? I half would have expected an Eden Zero character. Like, why not have a character from Rave Master, then a character from Eden Zero, then a character from Dead Rock? I mean, if he was gonna do all this, I half expected Gray to end up finding himself up against Tonto for some reason. I wonder how this is gonna be animated though. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I've been waiting for them to reproduce Rave Master and actually finish it this time. Come on. Eden Zero still needs its third season to be announced. I hope it's getting a third season. And Dead Rock is so far away from even the remotest concept of a anime being produced. Time of recording, I know that Eden Zero will be ending soon, and Mashima might focus a little bit more on Dead Rock, but I don't know, I guess we'll see once we get to this point in the anime, because the 100 Years Quest anime hasn't even started, but how strange. And no spoilers for Dead Rock, but Ian hasn't really shown out that much time of recording. And with everything that Gray's been through, then again, isn't that kind of insulting? You know, Nakajima and Griff aren't really the heights of capability themselves either. They're just kind of weird, so I'll be honest, like, if anything, you could have had it be Ani or Choco or something. But yeah, what a strange crossover. I'm really interested in what's gonna happen in the next chapter. I'll be honest, for all of them. Just, how are you gonna deal with Nakajima? How are you gonna deal with friggin' Griff? And Hien, given the range of his abilities, would that even do anything to Gray? I mean, I've been expecting another crossover, where we cross over with Rave Master Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, and Dead Rock. And I was kind of wondering how that kind of crossover would go down. But this is not what I was expecting. Oh, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you know anything about Dead Rock? Have you been watching my reactions? And there's only about 11 chapters out time of recording, so not that hard to catch up if you want to. I think that's why it's so strange to me that you're already getting this, cause Dead Rock only has a couple of volumes out now, time of recording. Are you hyped for this? Guess we'll just have to wait and see. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.